Times were tough, so I sold my soul. And I don't think I'll ever regain control. Devil looked me in the eye, now I look the other way. What else could I do? I just stared at the doorway, knew I'd rather be drunk with you. I'd rather be.
Hey Internet, Dracofunk here. This is my 100 subscriber special where I drive this Rover train to the South Pole. This is episode 2. And we are heading towards the aircraft I have sitting at the edge of the ice sheet. And we are just going to continue driving towards that. And my goal today is just to make it that far. And I hope everybody's having a great day today. Here where I'm at, it's finally nice and sunny and cloudless. It's been cloudy and overcast for a long time. There's been sporadic peaks of the sun, but it seems to always go away. And we've been locked in a gray, hazy, cloudy sky. I guess that's not true. I guess it was sunny yesterday, but I was inside all day because I had a thing to do. And by the time I got out, it was night. And I missed all the sunlight. But here in Kerbal Space Program, the sun is rising. My batteries are charged. And we are heading across the ice sheet and trying to make as good of time as I can. Now this footage is sped up 4 times just because otherwise this would be a 1-hour video instead of a 15-minute slightly over video. This is going to be around the usual length because I'm going to speed them all up 4 times just because otherwise it's an hour of me driving and talking and droning on. And, you know, that's just the way it goes. So, we are now driving past these mountain ranges. That was the only thing basically that's been between me and the aircraft, and I'm just going to be skirting along the base of all of these until we get there. And once we arrive at the aircraft, next episode we will be driving through some of these. They're not really mountains, they're going to be hills, but we will be leaving the ice sheet. And before I can do that, the aircraft is going to need to take off. And we did have a name suggestion in one of the comments. And this episode was recorded before that comment. Not the voiceover, just the episode. And I need to go back and check and see what that name was. I did make a note that there was a suggestion, and that I would probably, I think it was actually a good suggestion, and I will take that into consideration for the next episode. And I'm trying to find that comment, but for some reason it's a lot harder to find that comment going from the actual YouTube channel. So we here at Highway 47, we are, well, it's not just me, there are many of us, and by many of us I mean at least four of us, sometimes more. But we all do stuff occasionally, and we do stuff together. And man, I'm rambling on. I finally got it. The name of the aircraft is the Enlighter. And I will promptly change the name the next time I am logged on to the game. Because right now, I'm just doing a voiceover after the fact. And we are driving towards the sun. And I'm trying to ration my electricity, but I realize that's just not going to happen over this flat surface. So I'm just going to keep driving, and I think I can maintain at least 20 something meters per second on the RTGs, and that's just going to have to be good enough. Once I get onto the grass, I might be able to do a little bit better, but that's just because I can coast and recharge more. Unless I'm going uphill. Man, I'm yawning. I'm sorry about that. I am apparently very tired. But as you can see from that map view, we're about halfway from where we started to the aircraft. I was just brought some much needed coffee. You can see over to the left the Mun up there in the sky, along with the sun. There are many spacecraft in orbit of the Mun, a space station. We have some ships. I believe the mining craft is currently on the surface. We have a surface base there. We also have a space station in orbit of Minmus with a surface base there. And just recently, we now have a space station that just got delivered to Duna orbit. And we will be setting up residence in the Duna system on a on a permanent scale. The Duna system will be colonized with, I plan on having surface bases, a space station in orbit of Duna, and one in orbit of Ike. I do have relay satellites there. All the fun stuff. If you want to see what's going on, check out my reusable space program. And in just a couple days, Kerbal Space Program 2 will be released in, what's it called, pre-beta or alpha, early access release. And we are all excited about that. I will be doing some KSP2 videos. Hopefully, I will have some out Monday. Monday at 5 o'clock. The 5 o'clock time slot is when I aim to get my Kerbal Space Program 2 video released, which will be my first impressions. I don't know if anybody else will have any videos out. I know other members of the Highway 47 crew are anticipating getting the game, but we will see. Maybe we'll do multiple video releases from us. Who knows? So this week, to see what's going on with Starship, not much happened last week. They've been adding some cladding to the orbital launch mounts. No word on yet, at least I haven't heard, if they are going to attempt another 33 engine static fire. A quick pop over to the Starbase live stream shows that the stream is reloading. Well, that's cool. I wonder why it's not working right now. Huh. My internet appears to be down. That would be a good reason why it's not working. I wonder why my internet is down. Well, if my internet doesn't recover, you will not hear this video. If you are listening to this video, my internet has recovered. Sometimes that happens. Put a link in the comment if your internet sometimes goes out and you're waiting for it to recover. Oh! Suddenly I'm getting sound. Hopefully that's not coming through on the thing. Where is that coming from? That sound probably means my internet suddenly recovered. Yes. And a quick look over at the Starbase Live shows that they are, in fact, closing the roads, which usually means something. Yes, they are closing the roads at local time 8 a.m., which is the time I'm doing this voiceover. Well, local time to Starbase, not to me. I'm in a slightly different time zone. And there are birds. That's weird. So what's going on with the video that I'm recording? I have run out of electricity, and I'm running purely off of the RTGs. I'm maintaining 21.3 meters per second. But I am getting closer, ever closer, to the aircraft, as you can see there, which we will name the Enlighter, because it's going to enlighten our route, and I hopefully don't crash it. So, we are on track. The next step in the Highway 47 reusable space program in KSB that I'll be doing, even though I'm going to continue it in Kerbal Space Program 1 for the time being, because Kerbal Space Program 2 is not going to have all the tools necessary for reusable space program, mainly the resource gathering. And which the resource gathering is what's kind of necessary to push forward with the making of rocket fuel. Now that is all planned, but it will not be implemented on launch. So we'll have to wait a little bit for that. I'm very curious how it will run on my computer. Now, if you haven't noticed, I have switched from... I was recording these on my laptop computer, but I have switched to my desktop. My desktop's a little bit beefier. And there in the distance, you can see the aircraft. It has its radiators and solar panels deployed, trying to recover a little bit of fuel. But we have made it. It took us about 2 episodes to traverse. We are now on the edge of the ice sheet. And the next episode, the aircraft will take off and fly a course and get us set up for our next destination, and we will continue. Have a good night, everybody.